Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss how much would Steve Jobs' net worth be in 2021. Let's get right into it. Have you ever wondered how much money Steve Jobs is worth? The man has amassed quite the resume as one of the most influential inventors in American history. Steve Jobs was a visionary in addition to being the co-founder of Apple. He had a natural ability to read people's minds. As a result, he was able to create one of the most well-known businesses today. We'll show you how the American business magnate acquired his fortune in this piece. You might be surprised to find that Steve Jobs had a tough childhood. First and foremost, he was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs when he was a baby. Following legal fights with his biological parents, this happened. Patricia, Steve Jobs' sister, was adopted by the couple in 1957. In 1959, the family relocated to Mountain View, California. Jobs has been intrigued with constructing things since he was a child. He was clever from an early age, and as a result, the young child skipped numerous school years and described the school as boring. He relocated to a new location and enrolled in Homestead High School. During his time at Apple, Jobs was regarded as a loner. During this time, the inventor recalls experimenting with psychedelics. He attributes his openness to creative education to these encounters. Steve Jobs enrolled at Reed College in Portland, Oregon in September 1972. During this period, Steve Jobs recalls feeling unchallenged and bored. As a result, he left after one semester without informing his parents. Steve Jobs believed it was wrong for him to waste his parents' money on a worthless education. Steve Jobs returned to his native state of California in 1974 to look for work. Mutual friends introduced Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak in 1971. Because of their similar interest in technology, the two got along swimmingly. As a result, they both joined the Homebrew Computer Club. The pair invented the first computer with a typewriter-style keyboard here. The computer was dubbed the Apple I later on. They had no idea that this would become the prototype for every modern computer. Steve Jobs was known for fussing with his products, and the Apple I was no exception. Later in his career, Steve Jobs continued to be obsessed with his goods, which all became tremendously successful. In addition, Steve Jobs worked hard to make the most user-friendly gadgets possible. He believed that the less the customer battled, the better the product would be. Apple had just achieved the $1 trillion market cap milestone on the public market when Steve died. Steve Jobs had finally built a significant net worth after endless years of hard labor, devotion, and product obsession. Other great CEOs like Jack Dorsey, Ken Nguyen, and others have followed a similar path. Steve Jobs was a huge real estate investor, which comes as no surprise to aficionados of his work. Not only that, but Steve Jobs spent millions of dollars remodeling his homes with cutting-edge technology. His well-known properties are reported to feature Apple-patented technology that will not be released to the general public. While the technology may be unknown, Steve Jobs' ingenuity is undeniable. Steve Jobs immediately learned that possessing real estate was essential to achieving a significant net worth, despite his family's lack of wealth when he was growing up. As a result, Steve Jobs spent millions of dollars of his personal wealth on residences all around the world. These properties are estimated to be worth about 15% of his total net worth. Steve Jobs has a net worth of $45 billion as of 2021. It is indisputable that Steve Jobs has had a profound impact on all of our lives. Without his inventions, technology as we know it now would be drastically different. While Steve Jobs accomplished tremendous things, it's important to remember that he struggled a lot as a child. While Apple contributed the majority of Steve Jobs' net worth, we can't overlook his investments in equities and real estate. Jobs recognized the need of owning equity in order to establish a substantial net worth. As a result, he put a large chunk of his own net worth into real estate and Apple shares. Apple would have failed if Steve Jobs had gone ahead and designed a computer that looked just like every other new entrant at the time. Steve Jobs, on the other hand, was preoccupied with his designs and used his ingenuity to create something unique. He was particularly concerned about user-friendliness. To make our own work stand out, we should look to employ our own creative abilities. As a result, we will be able to open doors that we never imagined were conceivable. Key takeaways. Use pain as motivation. Steve Jobs surprisingly had a rough childhood. His parents were not wealthy, so he had to work very hard to get to where he is now. Steve Jobs was a master at channeling his grief into motivation. Similarly, we should try to motivate ourselves by using our own pains. We may avoid straining or being held back by using this discomfort as fuel. Even if no one else does, believe in yourself. Steve Jobs faced a number of professional setbacks throughout his career. His own corporation fired him as chairman and CEO at one point. Steve Jobs' conviction in himself and his abilities remain constant. Our minds have incredible power. It's critical that we recognize the power of our thoughts in shaping our world. As a result, it's critical to always have faith in oneself, even if no one else does. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next.